When your cat stares at you, have you ever wondered what's actually going on in their mind? Most people assume their cat sees them as their owner, maybe even their favorite human, but the reality is far stranger. Your cat has never once looked at you and thought, "That's a human." In their world, you are something completely different, and understanding what they truly see might change the way you interact with your cat forever. Because every day your cat sends signals most owners completely miss. So let's start with the first surprising truth. 1. Your cat probably thinks you're just a giant cat. Have you ever noticed how differently cats treat people compared to dogs? Dogs greet their owners with explosive excitement. Cats not so much. But that doesn't mean they don't care. In fact, it means something else entirely. Animal behavior researcher John Bradshaw spent years studying how cats interact with humans. And his research revealed something fascinating. Unlike dogs, cats never developed a special social behavior just for humans. Instead, they treat us exactly the same way they treat other cats. When your cat rubs against your leg, when they groom your hand, when they sit beside you quietly, they're using the same social behaviors they would use with another cat. In their mind, you are not their boss, you are not their master, you are simply a very large, slightly awkward cat that lives in their territory. And strangely enough, that might be the highest form of acceptance a cat can give, because it means they see you as part of their group, not above them, not separate, but equal. And that belief leads to something even deeper. Later in this video, we'll look at a scientific discovery that shows how your presence can literally calm your cat's brain during stressful situations. But first, let's talk about something that confuses almost every cat owner too. When your cat brings you dead animals. If your cat has ever dropped a mouse, bird, or even a bug at your feet, you probably had one of two reactions. You either laughed, or you were completely horrified. But what if that strange moment is actually one of the kindest things your cat ever does for you? Because in the wild, mother cats bring prey back to their kittens. Not to show off, but to teach them how to hunt and survive. And when your cat brings something to you, they may be acting on that exact same instinct. From their perspective, they watch you every day. You never hunt, you never chase anything. You simply walk to a strange cold box, open it, and magically pull food out of it. To a cat, that makes absolutely no sense. So instead of giving up on you, they try to help. Some cats bring fully dead prey. Others bring it half alive, giving you a chance to practice. And if your indoor cat drops toys at your feet while staring at you expectantly, that might be the safe, modern version of the same lesson. Of course, sometimes it's not about teaching. Sometimes they just want to play. For example, some cats love bringing random objects like bottle caps or small balls just so you'll throw them. But either way, there's one important detail. Out of everyone in the house, they chose you. And if you're starting to see your cat differently already, make sure to subscribe so more cat owners can understand what their pets are really trying to say. Now here's something even more surprising. 3. Your cat can't actually see your face clearly. Have you ever held your face right in front of your cat, only to feel like they're looking right through you? There's a reason for that. Cats actually struggle to focus on objects that are very close to their eyes. Anything closer than about 10 inches becomes blurry, so when you lean in close to your cat's face, to them you're just a soft, fuzzy shape. And even at a distance, their vision works very differently from ours. Humans see sharp edges and fine details. Cats see more general shapes and outlines, which means your cat probably doesn't recognize you the way you recognize them. Not by your face, but that doesn't mean they don't know exactly who you are. Because cats are masters of detecting movement. Their eyes are designed to track even the tiniest motion. A finger twitch, a small insect crawling, the subtle shift in your body language. They notice all of it instantly. This is also why your cat sometimes seems unable to see the treat you're holding right in front of them. It's not stubbornness. They genuinely can't focus on it, so they rely on another powerful sense. Smell. Your cat identifies you by your scent, your voice, and the way you move, not by your appearance. In other words, your cat doesn't remember your face. They remember the entire experience of you, and that leads to another fascinating behavior. 4. Your cat created a special language just for you. Have you noticed how often your cat meows at you? Here's something surprising. Adult cats rarely meow at each other. In the wild, they communicate through body language, scent, and subtle sounds. Meowing is mostly something kittens do. Baby cats use it to call their mother when they need food or warmth. But as they grow up, that sound usually disappears, except in one situation, when they live with humans. At some point, your cat realized something important. Humans are terrible at reading cat signals. We miss slow blinks. We ignore tail movements. We completely misunderstand their body language. So cats adapted. They brought back the one sound that always got attention when they were babies. The meow. And over time they refined it. Your cat's meow isn't random. They develop a unique vocabulary with their owner. The sound they use when they want food is different from the sound they use when they want attention. And that late night meow at 3 a.m. That's a completely different message too. Your cat literally created a communication system designed specifically for you, which means every time they meow, they're speaking a language that exists only between the two of you. And finally, there's one discovery that changed the way scientists think about cats completely. 5. Your presence makes your cat feel safe. Have you ever walked into a room and watched your cat instantly relax? Their ears soften, their eyes slowly close, their body melts into the floor. Most people assume their cat was simply tired, but the truth might be far more emotional. In 2019, researchers conducted an attachment study with domestic cats. They placed cats in an unfamiliar room with their owner. Then the owner left the room for 2 minutes before returning. The results were unexpected. More than 60% of the cats showed what psychologists call secure attachment behavior. When their owner returned, the cats visibly relaxed. They explored the room again. Their stress disappeared. But while the owner was gone, many cats showed signs of anxiety. They vocalized more. They became cautious or withdrawn. This pattern is remarkably similar to what scientists observe in human infants when separated from their parents, which means the emotional bond between cats and their humans may be far deeper than we once believed. Remember earlier when we talked about how your cat sees you as another cat in their colony? That belief has powerful consequences, because to your cat, you're not just part of their group, you're their place of safety. Your presence tells their brain that the environment is secure, that everything is okay. Your cat doesn't expect perfection from you. They don't need you to understand every signal they send. All they need is for you to be there. Because in their world, you're not just a human, you're not just an owner. To your cat, you are home.